It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets begin the game with the basketball. Paul. Chris Paul is going to get 3 shots here. A career 86% from the line. First free throw is good. Knocks down the second free throw. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. OKC ball. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Harden in possession. Leads just a point. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Look, I get it. Fans are always going to wonder what if. But James Harden is not the player he is today if he was still part of the Big Three. Leaving OKC unleashed a part of him he never knew he even had. And that's why today, you fear the beard.
Anthony, his first effort, off the mark.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Baseline drive. Off the mark. Well contested. To Paul. Anthony. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Russell Westbrook. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 81% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. And scores.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
It's Russ at the controls. Clint Capella with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Paul into the...
He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Russell Westbrook. Capella's on him. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot there for Westbrook. He always thinks it has a chance. To Paul. For 3. Yeah, Chris Paul, veteran move. Well defended, still buries the 3. There's a 6th sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
From long range, always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Westbrook into the front court. 5-point game. Ferguson. To Westbrook. Paul George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
No good. Westbrook with the basketball. They're down 3. From the outside, no good. Carmelo Anthony able to recover with the block. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Substitutions on the facility.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Knight into the front court. Up by 3. Short jumper won't go down.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them every possession.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Paul buries it. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Nene trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 66%. Whoops, that won't go. Robertson guarded by Brandon Knight. Great feed, Westbrook. It's good.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
Paul across the timeline. Up by 6. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
George. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Nene. To P.J. Tucker. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Has a chance. Wide open look won't go.
But if great shooters keep getting open looks, it's a matter of time before they start knocking them down. You have to start contesting some shots.
First quarter's complete with the Rockets in front. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter lead. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
To P.J. Tucker. 4-3. P.J. Tucker is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 74% free throw shooter. First one goes down. Second and 3 is good. And he hits all 3 free throws. Thunder with the basketball. Schroeder picked up by Nene. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Count the bucket for 2.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
From the painted area, won't go down. To P.J. Tucker. Not that time. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stick with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Schroeder. Spinning shot. Won't fall. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Beyond the arc for 3. And the rebound taken in by OKC. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. His team down 9. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Nerlens Noel at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Not the best career mark, 62%. Free throw up and good as he finishes off the 3-point play. The lead is down to 6. Paul to Capella. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Carmelo Anthony trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. The free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. And the lead is up to 9. Oklahoma City's got it. Paul George to Schroeder. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Come on, you knew that setup was coming the whole game. But you were patient and you waited until the right moment to use it.
Schroeder with the basketball. Right now, down 7. Paul George, 3 for 6 now.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
George, defended by Melo. Shot from the lane, won't go. To Harden. Add 2 points to the board. Here's Schroeder with it. 9-point margin. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. He's 2 for 2 now.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and, most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
George buries the wide-open 3. That's too easy.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Paul had made his first couple, but he misses there. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder, trailing by 4. The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
A lot of contact, no whistle.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Paul George, with that shot, he's 5 for 8. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hand. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Number 0, Russell Westbrook. And number 54,
Paul to Capella. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Russell Westbrook against Chris Paul. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot. Well defended. It's Westbrook. Gets a look. Can't hit. Now Paul with the basketball. Leads a bucket. To Anthony. Fires the 3. Textbook Melo. Hand in his face. Lets it fly and scores.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
That's it for the first half. The Rockets with the lead.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Rockets are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets. The Thunder are keeping things exciting in a close matchup. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. Bench points.
This is a game where the bench guys deserve a bit of the spotlight. The thing is, you need a spotlight big enough for the reserves on both squads. This is a game that's been all about the depth in the depth chart.
Player of the half.
Chris Paul was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Westbrook across the timeline. The deficit now up to 5. Down to Adams. Clint Capella. Huge block. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Paul to Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
It's good. And one.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Paul George at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw try off the mark. Capella to Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. Now 4 for 9.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Russell Westbrook against Chris Paul. To Paul George. Trying to cash in. The shot by George won't go down. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
George guarded by Carmelo Anthony. To Harden. And count the basket.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Driving right to the basket. From the outside, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Oklahoma City ball. Westbrook to George. The pass set it all up.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
To the rim, lays it up and in. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Harden with the basketball. His team up by 7. Anthony.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Carmelo Anthony is going to get 3 shots here. He's perfect from the line so far. First one, count it.
It's like practice.
It's the second. One more coming. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Thunder with the basketball. Russell Westbrook, guarded by Carmelo Anthony. And coasting in for 2.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
George, not easy.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
To Paul. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short.
His scoring has definitely cooled off, but you have to give the defense some credit. They're denying him the ball and really making him work once he catches it.
George against Tucker. Here's a chance from long range. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. It's Rockets ball.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
The Thunder will use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Off the mark on the first free throw. No good. Missed them both. Goes to the left side. For 3. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Deep left corner. To Paul. Knocks it down from mid-range.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
It's George for 2, and he hits.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Paul picked up by Westbrook. Has a look. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
George, and the rebound taken in by the Rockets. Carmelo Anthony. He's now shooting 5 for 7. Late heave to beat the buzzer. 3 quarters down with the Rockets in front. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the 4th quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the 4th quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the 4th.
George on the drive, but his shot misses. Gets it in the left corner. Harden. Great defense, forcing the miss. Schroeder with the basketball. His guys down by 9. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Westbrook into the front court. He'll run the offense. Tough make through traffic.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Anthony buries it on the catch and shoot.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
And he hits.
You see the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Russell Westbrook with the rock to Schroeder. Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. Russell Westbrook. Harden's on him. Clint Capella tips it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Harden to Capella. Off the assist.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Time for some new personnel into the game. And scores. Strong take.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Now that's a contest. Russ at the controls. Goes reverse to lay it in.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Harden into the front court. Up 6. Count the basket inside.
And when a player's running at you full speed and he takes those steps, there's no way you can defend it.
Westbrook with it. Looking to make something happen. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Russell Westbrook at the line for 2 shots, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. From long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Westbrook into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. The rebound comes down to Paul. To Capella. Clint Capella looking good. 4 for 5.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
The drive right to the basket. Clint Capella snatching it out of the air. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Ferguson. To Westbrook. P.J. Tucker sends it away. 24-second violation. James Harden. Shot won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
To Capella. Clint Capella. He's now 5 for 6.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Russell Westbrook against Chris Paul. To Paul George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
That's his second personal foul. Team
To Anthony. 4-3. Textbook Melo. Hand in his face, lets it fly, and scores.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Westbrook's shot won't go on the drive. Anthony. No good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that.
Shot at the buzzer does indeed go down, but it only affects the final score. This ball game is over. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
The Rockets emerged victorious after a tight finish. And how could I not mention all the shots they blocked in this one? You can see the confidence grow with each one, and it really fed into their success as a team. It was a pretty standout way to win. The Thunder finished on the losing end of a close score. When the team goes back and review the film, Coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Chris Paul is the choice for what you're seeing here, and that's unselfish play. Tight passes, great timing, and an impressive basketball IQ. He earned more respect than what I already have for him.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.